everybody. So this will be the real part 6 of turning pipe dreams into reality. So early this morning I didn't know if I was going to actually do this or not, because I've had some really cool breakthroughs, and to be honest with you, I don't have time for this. Like, I got really cool stuff happening and I'm just knocking things out one by one by one. At the same time, it is on my list to spend more time with family and friends, so thus, here I am. So, actually life has been, like, it's been pretty amazing, like today. So for example, I haven't even finished the book. I got 2 chapters left, but I've been able to collapse that time, the time it takes to do the different tasks, and I've really been able to identify precisely what it is that is going to get me to the next goal, or not goal, the things that will have the greatest impact on changing my life. I've got 3 kids coming, about to go to court and try to get the other one back again. So that's going to be 4 kids altogether, and a bunch of other crazy shit going on. My job's trying to fire me, crazy stuff. But anyways, so, but let's hit chapter 6. So, the reason why I can smile right now and be confident about who I am and what I'm doing with myself has a lot to do with this book right now. So, let's take a look. So chapter 6 is use the ABCDE method continually. The first law of success is concentration, to bend all the energies to one point and to go directly to that point, looking neither to the right nor to the left. I made a little bit of an error when I first started this process of reading this book and trying to apply some of these things to my life. I tried to hold 2 things. I tried to hold 3. I tried to have, a couple different things going on. That is incorrect. Just stop. Don't even think about it. Don't even try it. It is better for you to forget, or to put something on the side burner and have it fail or fall flat on its face, than it is for you to try to or to juggle things. That 2 weeks or 3 weeks of wasted time, it's not worth it. So focus on one thing. One thing. I would say like half the chapters in this book are about focusing on one thing, and focus, and just honing your skills into one key area. So let's keep going through. Let's see. The more important and valuable a task is to you, the more likely you will be motivated to overcome procrastination and launch yourself into that job. So it's good to have like big items that you're tackling. Like if you're tackling smaller items, you're going to get small motivation from it. So what's the point of doing those as much as doing the larger items? Because you're going to get the most joy from them and the most change in your life. So let's see. Let's see. Okay, so oh yeah, here's a good one. So a lot of people may disagree at first on this one, but you're wrong. So this says think on paper. The power of this technique lies in its simplicity. Here's how it works. Start with a list of everything you have to do for the coming day and think on paper. So for example, like right now, if there's anyone in this world that's going to sit around and say, hey, use technology, jump on board, it's bloody freaking me. Are you kidding me? I've got a like 65-inch screen there, I've got another one there, and I've got another large screen there, and one there, and a computer there, a computer there, a computer there, a computer here, a computer there, and everything is sitting on top of a Mac because they're not worth shit. I love technology, don't get me wrong, but I'll tell you what, screw it when it comes to thinking and trying to get your ideas and thoughts out. And I use programs, don't get it, like, let me see, you want to talk about mind mapping? Well, heck yeah, mindmeister.com, awesome freaking website, awesome freaking mind maps, definitely worth your time. I definitely use them a lot, but not when it comes to the most important things, like my main structuring of goals. Like if I need to brainstorm something, I'll jump over to my Meister and use that. But as far as like so for example, what's the difference between using technology and thinking on paper? So the keyword there is thinking. Like when I'm doing a mind map, I'm more so dumping my brain and what I've already thought about onto something else. And so the ease of use of being able to do it quickly, I definitely agree with the mind mapping tools. But when it comes to actually accomplishing and thinking, or like thinking through things, there's nothing better than paper. And the reason that the book is stating here, and the reason that I know personally right now, is because there's no hit this button, slide this up, hit 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, open app. Oh, ding. Oh, distracted. Oh, like, hold on. What was I doing? Hold on. Let me check my news website. Oh my God. Oh, look at that puppy dog. Look at that little kitty. Oh, that's so cool. Man, fuck my goals. That's what you're doing. You're screwing yourself and thinking that you can accomplish things by using technology at this time. Because I'm not going to say that it's going to forever be this way, but at the moment, there's a reason why I carry all this bloody paper around. It's because it's better. I get more done in less time each day. All right, let's keep moving forward here. Okay, so ABCDE method. So basically, when you get this long list of tasks or whatever list of things you're about to do, the rule is you just don't jump into them and do them, because that is what you've always done. And if you keep doing what you've always done, you're always going to get to where you've always been. And if that's what you want in life, that's retarded, because, you know, typically people want things different. And I do. At least that's my take on this one. So, A items are defined as something that is very important, something that you must do. This task will have serious positive or serious negative consequences in your life. So those items should get an A. You know, hey, if it's going to like be detrimental to your health, put it as an A. If it's going to be, you know, you're going to be out on the streets tomorrow, then put it as an A. And if it's going to make you $1 million, then put it as an A. Okay, and then we've got B's. So B items are defined as a task that you should do, but it only has mild consequences if it's done or not. And to be honest with you, these are the ones that like probably hurt you the most, because you think in your mind that they're important, and you think in your mind that it's something that's like it does have to do with your goals, it does have to do with what comes next, or it is going to have an impact a little bit, but it doesn't. These are the tadpoles in life that you need to avoid. They haven't grown up to be full-size frogs that you should go after and eat. And here's the rule. Here's a rule to live by. So you should never do a B task if an A task is left undone. Again, you should never do a B task if an A task is left undone. You should never be distracted by a tadpole when a big frog is sitting waiting to be eaten. Okay, then that brings us down to C. So C task is defined as something that would be nice to do, but for which there are no consequences at all, whether you do it or not. C tasks include phoning a friend, having coffee, lunch, co-workers, things along those lines. And I want to share something there. I probably have doubled to tripled my ability to think from start to finish on projects, and my general output from doing one thing, not living based on this. The little ding, that message, that little jolt of dopamine that is being released every single time you hear that sound and every single time you pull it up to your face, and you have to engage. I can't stress how important it is for you guys to realize that, yeah, you're remapping your mind, like your brain is physically rewiring itself because of the way you interact with this. Now, this is awesome. I love tech. So I'm not trying to tell you that tech is bad. I'm saying the way that you use it and the way that you moderate its ability to impact and change your future is kind of important. Like, especially if it's dumbing your output by like 100%. So you would have 100% more money this year had you not been controlled by this. And it's a true fact. Try it. And the rule of thumb there, if you just want to, I can jump ahead and tell you some of the meat here, is you don't check messages till around 11 o'clock. Like if you have something that you want to send out, like so for example, if you say good morning to a significant other every morning, send it out and only do that one task and then turn that phone off. You'll be very surprised at what occurs. But basically you check it for 15 minutes at 11 o'clock and then another 15 minutes. And this also applies to your email too. People are controlled by their email every single day, and you got to be careful of that one too. Especially if you've got a job or a regular job that has emails. I've spent hundreds and thousands of hours in email, and yeah, that didn't really get me anywhere. Especially not anywhere I wanted to be. Alright. So D. Get the D. Delegate to someone else. So mark tasks that can be passed off to someone else as a D. Because, hey, if someone else can do it, why not have them do it? Definitely something I'm working on in life too. And then you've got tasks that are E. E tasks are defined as something that you can eliminate altogether, and it won't make any real difference. This may be a task that was important at one time, but is no longer relevant to you or anyone else. So like one of the things I see happening to myself on a regular basis now is I'm more readily evaluating what it is that I decide, what I choose to do next with my time in my day. And I'm a very critical now, I've become very critical on those items. So for example, if someone texts me and like number one, I'm not even going to know that they did until a certain time later when I get to that point. My responses should be quick, short. But that's in regards to, like, I used to spend like a lot of time sitting there thinking and mulling over my mind that like I could spend 30 minutes out of 15 minutes thinking over what I'm going to say, rewriting it 3 or 4 times. Like, screw that. That's a waste of my time. That's complete injustice. But anywho, what I was trying to get at there before I like got off on a tangent is just that it's cool to have more control over my life. It's cool to be empowered by knowing that I'm choosing everything that I do, and that I have alone the power to do whatever it is I please. I think everyone should have that. I think a lot of us don't. I know I haven't had it for a while, and I know that I need it back, and I know that I'm getting it back. And the more that I sit here and talk about it, the more I am. But, okay, so let's see, what else does it say here? Blah, 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 blah. Your ability to think through and analyze your work list and determine your A task is the springboard to higher levels of accomplishment and greater self-esteem, self-respect, and personal pride. When you develop the habit of concentrating on your most important activities, you will start getting more done, and more so than 2 or 3 people around you. And I just bloody said that, and I swear I haven't read this chapter in like a week or 2. But anyhow, alright. So that is chapter 6 on Eat That Frog. It's using the ABCDE method continually. And I do also want to, so I basically took this entire book and I broke it down into a document that is 77 pages long. That's the first section. That covers every single thing it mentions that you do to basically set out on your first goals. I then I went a little overboard, it happens. I then made the monthly lists, weekly lists, and then also daily lists that I go through that I'm answering questions to basically build in to myself the accountability, and also rewiring my brain to do the things that I learned from the book. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and take you guys through a couple of these so you can get a clear picture of what I'm talking about. So this is what I think about on a daily basis now. Number one, these are questions I ask myself daily. What is my main project? And this is a question that I need to ask daily. Just because it was my main project yesterday doesn't mean it is today. Because I'm getting done what was my main project yesterday. Is this helping me achieve one of my most important goals, or is this just a distraction? It's got a little space for me to write yes or no, or basically circle yes or no. This has actually helped out a lot. Not only is it for the purpose of accountability, but it's for the purpose of my own motivation and self-esteem towards that's, if I do that, or if I'm only doing things that are helping me achieve one of my most important goals, I can mark yes. And immediately I gain satisfaction and confidence that I'm headed in the right way and doing a good job at it. So right off the bat, I haven't even done anything, and I feel better about myself, and I'm more confident. You're not going to go wrong with that. Okay, so number 3 is it's a beautiful phrase. You should definitely say this, or I'm sorry, ADHD Joe definitely benefits or needs to benefit from this one more so. Proper planning prevents poor performance. And it says, say this out loud. Proper planning prevents poor performance. Had I planned more today, I would have gotten done my goals a lot sooner than I did. Though I did beat the time periods that I set for myself to accomplish the goals that I had. But I could do better, and I am going to do better continually. Are your tasks below in the top 20% or the unimportant 80%? Mark each one as being part of the 80 or part of the 20. That's the 80-20 rule. It's not important how many tasks you complete. It's how important each task you are working on is. Write out every step of every task. So that was a key for me in the concept of collapsing time, or basically like the one day where I wrote out an entire plan from A to Z, every single tiny little thing I would have to do in order to accomplish this goal. Like if I had to pick up a piece of paper, I would write down, pick up a piece of paper and move it here, if it was part of that goal. I don't know if you just heard that little sound there. That's a prime example of how my mind is still triggering, we're still able to be distracted so easily and simply like that quick, just from that sound. I don't know what app it came from. I don't know what notification it is. It could be from Best Buy about some stupid freaking deal or something, and it just made me lose my concentration. How much time is that worth for me? But basically, when you're writing out every single step, your mind plays it through. It almost, well, basically what it did for me was it enabled me to see past it and find a way around it, or to leap and bound over that task that I had. And actually I could do it again today. It was pretty cool. It's got me going wild. So the more you write out every single little thing, number one, the quicker you'll get it done, because you know exactly what it is. You don't have to think about it because you already thought about it. You're not going to sit there and go, oh, I wonder what, or how, or if, or this. No, it's done. Set a deadline for each and every task with an allotted amount of time to accomplish. Make it a game to beat your deadlines. Are you concentrating all energies on a limited set of targets? That was something that really hit me hard was when I first started out on this. My lists were, I mean, just crazy, just like full of, just it was a lot, just too much. Now I've been able to bring this down to like smaller, just simpler targets, saying, hey, let me just do this one thing. Let me do that right now, and let me do that well. And I tackle it right away. It's beautiful. When minor tasks aren't accomplished in the designated time, step away and reevaluate new ideas to solve the issue faster. Write these new ideas next to the item and give yourself half the original amount of time allotted for that item. Force yourself to stick to your deadline and play a game to beat them. So you're basically putting in your mind that it's a fun little game if I can get this done sooner than I set in this thing for me to achieve it. What is the most valuable use of my time right now? Think about how to beat your deadlines. How you can beat your deadlines if you haven't thought about how you're going to beat your deadlines. But do you think about that on a regular basis? Do you have a goal? And do you think about how you can get there faster on a regular basis? That's the key to getting what you want sooner. Repeat this when you get off task. Do it now, back to work. Just the concept of, putting yourself in the right mindset when you get off task to bring you right back quicker. Prepare thoroughly before you begin. Clear your workspace completely. Place one goal in front of you. Draw out the order of the tasks on a whiteboard or just however. Gather everything you will need to accomplish the goal before beginning work on it. If I need certain websites open, research materials, files, programs, or eliminating distractions at the same time. So for example, the concept here is if you have everything you need right in front of you, like you're about to fix a car, well, if you don't have your tools, the jack, the new parts, the oil, a rag, a flashlight, it's going to take you forever to fix that car. But if you have all that stuff right in front of you, it's easy to go, oh, this, jack it up, flashlight, whatever it be. This is about avoiding perfection. I've got issues with that one. Get the task 80% good and then go with it. See if it works. Be prepared to fail multiple times in the process of getting it right. So let me give you an example of what happened with this today. So for example, this morning and yesterday I had a path that this would get me what I need. These set of tasks would get me what I want. And so I pursued them. Beat my head against the wall, beat my head against the wall, beat my head against the wall. I then decided to apply the Swiss cheese technique of you punch holes in goals instead of start to completion. So there's two techniques. You got Swiss cheese, which is your goal's this big and you don't try to go from start to finish on it like normal. You just punch blocks of time in it, and you don't do those blocks of time back to back. So for example, I'd do a 90-minute block today, a 90-minute block tomorrow, and sometime next week that frog's gone. Versus the other approach, which is the Swiss cheese and whatever the heck the other one's called. But the other one is basically you start on it and you don't stop on it until you've done it. And that's so that your mind stays focused on it. What you got to be careful of is if you're struggling with different steps and you're trying to solve something and you're having a hard time, those are the time periods that you got to say, hold on, let me Swiss cheese this one. Let me not only do this because it's gonna tear me up, it's gonna beat me up. And when I did that, I had to switch to another goal. Well, that other goal in an hour and a half eliminated the fact that I even had to do that alone completely. So it's good to switch it up a little bit and be open-minded about stuff. So, all right, let's go ahead and hit the positive self-talk a little bit. All my thoughts, plans, and ideas are leading me straight to success. I am driven by passion and purpose. I create opportunities for growth for myself and others. I am a successful entrepreneur. My success or failures do not define me. They grow me. My work makes a difference in this world. I magnetically attract the best customers by delivering value with no attachment to the outcome. I magically attract the best customers by delivering, well, interesting. The same one, never mind. What I focus on grows, and so I focus on my business and my success. I rise to the top. That's great. I rise to the top of my industry and dominate my market by marketing with my heart. That's for damn sure the truth. If you ever want to find a way to really make an impact on the world, you got to cut out the idea of greed or yourself, and you got to think about how you can actually truly help someone. And if you do that, you got something. My business grows at exactly the right pace. Customers are magnetized to my products and services every day. Being an entrepreneur, is my natural path in life. I just need to change that word because obviously I struggle with it. Struggle with saying it. Every moment in my life is a learning opportunity for me to grow. I truly believe that all the time. I show my heart in business every day. People don't care about what you know. They care about how much you care. My market sees me as a celebrity in my field. I have all the necessary experience for starting a successful business. I have freedom systems in my business, so the money rolls in while I enjoy a great life too. I freely share my gifts with prospects, and the right ones buy from me without me asking for the sale. I bring my market huge value, and my clients love my products and services. By the way, this is under the category of entrepreneurship. I leverage and optimize to save time and make more money, and this comes to me naturally. Managing a budget, inventory, and people are skills that come naturally to me. The failures I have made make me a better entrepreneur. Now let's get on something that's just not about entrepreneurship. Let's see what we got here. Let's do some love and relationships. I understand that every relationship starts within me. I have a wonderful, loving relationship with myself. I deserve to be loved. I'm thankful and grateful for the love in my life. I attract positive people into my life. I'm ready for healthy, loving relationships. I am surrounded by loving, supportive, and positive people. I deserve the best in life. I deserve a generous, kind, and good partner. I am attracted only to those relationships that are open, honest, and healthy for me. I'm worthy of love. My lover accepts and loves me as I am. Love surrounds me in every way. I enjoy love and intimacy with a loving partner that makes me happy. People like me for who I am, and I am special. I deserve a happy life full of love. I open myself to a good, healthy, and loving relationship in my life. I build and maintain strong, healthy relationships. I treat others the way that I want to be treated. I'm capable of giving and receiving love freely. I visualize a new relationship with my perfect partner. I attract only loving people into my life. I maintain healthy boundaries in all my relationships. My perfect partner loves and appreciates me. My mind is perfectly tuned to attract a romantic relationship. Honey, if you're hearing this, some of these just may not be correct at the moment. So don't try to murder me when I get home, yo. Anywho, love you guys. I will see you hopefully tomorrow, unless I'm busy.